my response to this person would be that that's a mentality that I'm very familiar with. I call it the God needs help mentality. And it sounds really good on the outside, but I think it causes a lot of problems. And one of the main problems is that we humanize God. We make him seem as though, so that we can feel better about our usefulness in life and our purpose in life, we humanize God and make it seem as though we can actually do something that if we weren't there, God couldn't do it on his own. And I think it's very dangerous because even with the best of intentions, every single person that would ever address another person in that capacity is subject to doing it in a different way. We all have different points of view. And who's to say what the right way is? Who's to say if the God that you're trying to bring people to even exists? I like to believe that God exists and that he sent Jesus to talk to us and give us guidance, what the Creator would want, so that the creation could become everything that the creation could become. I like to believe that. And I like to believe that it'd be a better world if we believed that, even if God didn't exist and Jesus didn't exist. I still like to operate as if they do, and I believe they did. And I believe that God and Jesus, just like you and I, are all of the same substance. Not in this fleshly form, in this physical realm, maybe, but we're made in the same way according to the living word. And in that sense, I think it's because we have awareness. I think, therefore I am. Who knows? But if I go and try to tell everybody else how they need to be, and try to win souls over to Jesus, I'm subject to my failures and my misunderstandings and how wrong I might be before I even get started. And what happens is, I try to take this tact that I'm improving myself or living from my life's experience if I can show that I can be worthy and I can bring people over. And I think what happens is, in order to feel as though we're getting somewhere with that, we almost tailor our message so that we can get better responses from people. And I think the church, the formalized church, not the Church of Christ, but the formalized church is very guilty of that. And I think that one of the things they've done over the years is they've tailored their message so that more people could be reached. And ultimately, how do you reach people in this world, in this corrupt physical realm? What do you need in this physical realm? You need life, sustaining force, power. You need money, monetary means to make that all work for you. And I think the church has become guilty of the service of money in order to get their message to be received better by so many people. And I think that what this has done is it's created a world where a whole bunch of people are walking around thinking they know everything, thinking they know what God wants, because they're so contented with the message that they bought into that they can live with it. It does good things for them in the physical realm and comforts their soul and their mind in the afterlife as well at the same time. I just can't buy into that. I think that's man's schemes to try to produce an effect, to try to get people to feel that way so that they'll log in and be very much contented with what they learn from the church and indoctrinate their life around it. And then what's served by that? What's really served is the guiding forces in that church. And they're always, of course, man. So what I would say to you is, it's not God that needs help. It's humans that need help. How do you work with that? Well, in my particular life, I've chosen, as a conscious counselor, to work with the conscious. To work with the conscious. What does that mean? Do I make people smarter? Do I make people be able to work their environments better because they've risen to a higher level intellectually and consciously than they were? Well, that could be done, but if that was your motivation, I wouldn't go with this approach. What I do ultimately is chip away at what I believe to be what through the ages has been called sin or evil. And I do that because, in my opinion, what sin or evil really is our lack of perspective and consciousness to perceive the total of all. And in our lack of perceiving the total of all things, and in our need to daily go about having our life be about taking care of ourselves and our basic needs and finding what we need in this life while we're worried about what's going to happen afterwards and whatnot, basically, what I find to be the problem is that people tailor the message so that they can be reassured of what they don't know and gain what they want at the same time. And I don't find that the truth would ever lie in that message. And because the formalized church has had to make itself an actual place where you go and you have various costs and things like that that need to be taken care of, I think what they've done is they've made themselves susceptible to the slings and arrows that come with setting yourself up in that type of foundation. So in other words, you set yourself up to serve man, and then the message becomes corrupt because the man that's delivering it creates the corruption, even sometimes not even knowingly, so that they can get the response necessary. First, learn what that means. If you're already feeling as though God needs help, you may not even know what it means, because God doesn't need help. People need help. My point of view is that the people need help through the ability to gain understanding and conscious enlightenment and conscious heightening process so that they can see what's already there. Once they can do that, they won't be failing in the same traditional ways that man tends to fail. Because they'll see what everything is for what it is. They won't throw the baby out with the bathwater and say, oh, I don't want anything to do with that kind of church religious stuff. They won't do that. They'll go and they will truly find, truly discover what truth is about, or at least how truth is being lost. If you find how truth is being lost, whatever's left that isn't a part of how truth is being lost has a very good chance of being about the truth. And so that's a conscious enlightening process that we can all do without the help of anyone else. So basically all I'm doing is helping to spur your interest in taking that route. I can't give you something, I won't sell you something, I won't try to tell you that I know something that no one else knows. It's just that that's how I've chosen to conduct my life, and I like to share with you how it's been worthy and why I think I can offer that to you. And then I walk away. Now, every time someone says I can offer something to you, what do you usually hear a follow-up? Give me some money. Let me show you how valuable this is. Worship, whatever. Do what, follow what I say and do. Well, that's the thing. That's the one missing element for me. I don't need anything from you. I don't want anything from you. I'd love to talk to you, sure, and be your friend and help you in any way that I can, because God doesn't need help. You might need help. We all need help. Why? Because we're all subject to the same physical realm and the limitations that physical realm has for us. And that's our plight.